Okay.
Good evening. I'm Mr. J,
And I'm Xavier.
and welcome to tonight's episode of Warm Yogurt on Your Back.
Before he starts the topic, I would like to point out that we have non-shitty mics. No shitty mics for either of us. And this is our real face.
Hi. Tonight's topic is something that's a little more personal to me, is the art industry. Starving artist, what is modern art, the value of art, these such things. Xavier, do you have any thoughts on this subject?
I can't stand people. The stupidity of people. I know what you're going to talk about. I know what you're going to get into, and in which case I will continue as you go along, but it honestly hinges on the stupidity of people. People honestly believe that something original created by an artist should not cost the actual amount that an artist deems it of value. I'm not talking about choking someone out and price gouging or anything like that. I'm just talking about just time. The money that you spend to create said art. That actual value.
Right. And in defense to the consumer on that, some artists do charge a lot more than it's actually worth. They give themselves way too much credit. Some people are very humble with it and honestly don't charge enough. And every now and again, you'll find an artist that is right there where the comfort zone should be. I mean, we're not a generation of Dalis and Picassos here.
Is that who you are?
No. Well,
I've
what
honestly
do you
never
mean?
asked that. Like, are you of the I'm right where I need to be when it comes to the value?
When it comes to my artwork, honestly, I'm pretty fucking humble. I try not to charge way too much. But then again, sometimes I feel like I'm selling myself short. It really all depends on the piece. Because I don't just stick to paper or pencil or a canvas when it comes to a painting. I've painted guitars, skateboards, masks, motorcycle helmets. So I have to take into account the value of the actual product that I'm painting on.
Right, your base item that you are using as your canvas, no matter what it would be, that's what you got to
Right.
pay for, and then you add on the cost of what you're using on the canvas, and then your time, your actual value,
Right.
equals
Now,
dollar amount.
right. I mean, and now I understand. I'm not a known artist, so to speak. I I can't justifiably charge $1,800 for a custom painted guitar because this is the face of nobody.
Yes, but what is the value of the guitar? You know?
Well, I mean, for example, right now I have a Fender Squire that I custom painted. The guitar itself is worth maybe $50 at best.
Yeah.
I've got roughly about 6 hours into prepping and painting it. So I think my price tag on it's about $200. And I honestly don't think that's enough. But everybody that I've encountered that has looked at this piece
Thinks
with an
it's too
interest to
much.
buy thinks it's way too much. And I don't know if it's just because it's a lower quality guitar
Mhm.
that they don't want to pay $200 for a Fender Squire, or if they don't want to pay $200 for a custom painted Fender Squire.
Well, that is
because
the
it's
question.
Painted by a nobody.
That is the question. Is it more showpiece or usable?
It's
If it's usable, I don't
absolutely
want to
usable.
spend $200 on a hand carved thing unless it's by someone who personally autographed it that's in a famous band. And once again, I'm on your side. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying that to my value, if it's for an art piece, I would absolutely pay that price to hang it up on my wall to say this is fucking beautiful. Even if you think it's by an unknown artist, to me, that man is the shit.
Well, and like for example, I have this guitar hanging on my wall right now. There's going to be a picture of it right about now. Um, this is just one of those things where
I don't see it.
I don't play guitar, and so I just kind of got it decorating my hallway right now. But it's absolutely usable. You throw strings on it, you tune it, you could jam out on it. But there's some people that would never use it just because it's custom painted and they just want to hang it on their wall. So really it depends, because I've had musicians pick it up and I've had non-musicians pick it up, and both told me it was just, oh, that's too much. That's too much. And honestly, I don't feel like that's too much. I think that's actually not enough for a custom piece. But that's where I kind of I don't understand the mentality of the consumer on this.
How deep are their pockets? Are they snobs? And I don't mean snobs in a negative fashion. I mean like there are people actually that are actual art snobs, wine snobs, things like that. They only touch certain things that touch their palate or things that catch their eye by notable, worthy, that sort of thing.
Well, I mean, obviously everybody has different tastes. So what I paint is not necessarily going to be everybody's cup of tea, but at the same time, it piqued your interest enough to stop and talk to me and inquire about it. And right away you want to drop it and run away when I tell you the price tag on it.
But see, I this is where I once again I'm in agreement with you, but I am not like everybody else. If it piques my interest and I say that's too pricey for me, I would still stop and say, well, I can't afford this, but what else can you do for me? Because obviously you caught my eye, so what else can you do for me that would be in my price range?
Well, I've actually run into those people with Harrisburg Comic Con.
Yeah.
When Hela 7 had a booth set up, an artist booth set up, I was there, being the artistic director for the company. So a lot of my custom artwork was on display there, and there was several gentlemen that came up and picked up the guitar, inquired about it, told me that that was too pricey. What else can I do? Gave them a business card. They very interested. Oh, I'll definitely call you because I want this done. I want this done. I want this done, and we'll talk about it. My phone isn't right. Not at all.
Well, the problem is that you actually know your worth. That's the problem. If you were a car salesman, that would be one thing, but you know the worth of your car. You're not going to sell it just to get that price, that extra dough in your pocket, no matter how big or small it might be. You know its worth. You're not going to sit there and allow someone to negotiate a price for you.
Right.
Well,
I put the price tag on it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And I mean, I hate to be a dick like that, but if I thought it was worth less, I would have charged less.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. I'm not. Once again, I think it comes down to pocket snobs, people simply not understanding that they don't grasp the concept of hey, he actually sat down, took his personal time to do this work. They don't see that as an hourly rate or something like that. All they see that as is the full function end product.
Well,
and that's its actual worth.
On that topic, I can't justifiably charge per hour what I've put into certain paintings.
Yeah, I don't know your process, so I'm just guesstimating.
Like, for example, to do custom artwork, I charge $75 an hour.
Okay.
That's any custom artwork, whether it's a drawing, a painting, whatever. I charge $75 an hour. If you come to me and say, I want this, and I have to start from the ground up. Now, for my own custom pieces, like I said, for that guitar, I have about 6 hours into it. I mean, do the math there, right? I can't even think right now.
Right.
But, and I'm only charging $200 for it. I could easily charge $400 for it according to my hourly rate, plus the cost of the guitar, I mean, we're looking $500-$600.
Yeah, what you're discussing, what I'm hearing, since I don't fully understand the industry that you're discussing, I'm trying to move it into my own world where it's you're talking commercials versus actual movie products that we make. Commercials, we're willing to tell the person this is our fee for the work that we're doing. So that's like our hourly rate. But when it comes to our own work and our movies that we're putting out, we don't really have a base or a set base of money that it's worth. It's whatever the fans like, whatever we can get from the fans, things like that. Of course, it's a little bit different because they're not actually paying top dollar for it, but
Right, and that's up until we hit the point where we're doing subscriptions when we have a library
right, of
of
course,
product.
Yeah. Mhm.
Now, what Xavier is referring to is our Patreon and Minds.com, to where we post our videos up and their donation sites.
And Gab.ai, I put that up there too.
Okay. But as, like I said, being a starving artist, I'm reaching out to the fans here to ask opinions on how to get out there more, how to not be a starving artist, how to get more known, how to actually sell to a demographic that has short arms and deep pockets.
You know what's going to be your big problem when it comes to this video? Is
What's
that
that?
a year from now, we're going to be much bigger in a fan base on YouTube, and people are going to go back and look at this video, and they're going to just spam the comments section
Well,
with your answers.
Yeah.
But
and
it's
you know what? A year from now, I'll still look at the comments and who knows? As far as being a starving artist, I may still be a starving artist a year from now, just making a lot more money doing other shit.
right. I get it. I see what you did there. That was good. Yeah, that's nice.
So, I mean, I've tried many things. I've tried festivals, conventions, internet, DeviantArt page right about now, and nothing. And I just don't. I honestly don't know what else to do to get out there more.
Comes to the marketing of Halo 7. It falls under the same category. We're trying to reach millions of people, and as a starving artist, your stuff is going to be put up on our website, on all of our stuff, and throughout this entire video, we're going to see that happens to showcase your work. I'm not, unlike you, I'm not actually trying to sell your work. I'm trying to showcase the artist, which is you, not the work. I want to showcase you. That's my job. And I think as we progress, as we go along, a lot of these questions will be answered. But I don't know. It's a good topic to talk about because it is close to your heart. But I'm not sure there is an answer for us right now. I'm not. I mean, I would love, seriously, for anybody to say this would help or things like that. But we're yeah.
I mean, and at these conventions and festivals, I've talked to other artists, and they're all in the same boat too.
Yeah.
It's a community of starving artists that we're trying our damnedest, and people just aren't looking. I mean, because I don't know why. Honestly, I don't get it.
Maybe it has something to do with what we were discussing before about the nobodies who aren't being shown, the indie. Maybe it's the same thing. You think?
I mean, it's entirely possible. I guess we have to figure out a marketing strategy for this division of Hela 7.
Yeah, on that particular one, I gotta say, I draw a blank because I don't know the industry like you do, but it does have potential. I mean, there are people out there that desperately want to sell their art, and it's
Right.
aside from like Craigslist or whatnot, you know. Anyway, we'll discuss this in a little bit. In next episode, we're gonna cut the commercial, and we'll see you guys next time.
All right.
Take care, everybody.